the mic.
Okay, yeah. Thank you again for Sprinterland for sponsoring the HiveFest ticket and made it possible for me to talk to all of you today. Oh, okay. Oh no. Okay, how does it work?
It's to the right. It's to the right.
Okay, it's to the right, to the right. Okay. Hold on. I'm pretty nervous, actually. This is my first time being back on stage after a while. So thank you again for this great opportunity. And okay, let's loosen up a bit. Before I begin, if I were a coffee, what would it be? Chocolate? Okay, any more takers? Chemex. Okay, so I heard something along there like espresso. It's like bold, like one of those late night curation. And then also like maybe like a macchiato, just like my username. It's a little bit chaotic, but creative. So, okay, it looks like the slide is like this. And okay, so my journey on Hive has been a little bit more like brewing coffee. Sometimes it's smooth, sometimes it's bitter. But that's the beauty of it, We, we're here to belong, create, and empower. And hold on. Okay, so like every coffee has its own uniqueness. Every hivers here, they're also unique. And this is my story. I'm Macchiata, but my actual name is Chemi. I run on coffee, and this talk has a lot of coffee words. Um, and I also run on community spirits and a little bit of hive magic. So I started my blockchain journey about 8 years ago. And then I'm still with OCD for also nearly 8 years, curating there, trying to find contents on Hive, and also manage several communities on Hive. There's movies, Hive pads, etc., ever since the beginning of time when I joined. And also, I'm a founder of Hive Book Club. Okay, so actually, I should phrase this. When was the first time you feel truly seen in a community? And I feel like this is where curation comes in. Every new people that gets into the blockchain, they feel like lost in the ocean. There's so many communities, there's so many things to discover. And then actually, for me, everything starts from here. Like almost 8 years ago, I joined as an international curator for OCD. They used to curate Indonesian language, and then over time, I became more involved into their main curation team, and eventually overseeing projects like Love Sniper, which is we're empowering new people and also saying hi when they first made an introduction. We also, try to check out which one is spam, which one is like actual people. And you might have seen me a lot. I write the daily compilation and also most of the reports from OCD. And thank you for Asityo. This project is by Asityo, and I'm forever grateful for him. And also, in OCD, the core message has always been like supporting newcomers and also undervalued authors who, so that they can feel seen and empowered and stay in the community. Oop. So, okay, so basically the topic is like, this is very hot. I mean, it's about like individual curation versus group curation. Or is it like, is curation just a form of gatekeeping, or is it like more empowering? And is it like subjective, or is there any objectivity when we curate? So I think like each of us here is a curator. We're like a solo adventurer. We venture on the Hive blockchain, and then we try to find something that resonates with us, like ideas, stories that matters to us. But group curation is more like an art gallery, where we work with a set of themes, we share opinions on what should we uplift and what should we empower. Mostly, since I'm from OCD, it's like we value undervalued authors who write, great things, but they're not seen yet. That's the essence. So is it like actually gatekeeping when we join like a group curation? It becomes a slippery slope when we curate the same people all over again. There has to be some diversification, especially, in the content. Like, the first thing that outsiders see is our Hive feed. And then, most normal people, they like to see, like, travel, food, what else? Lifestyle? What else? Do you guys have any idea? Anything that people would actually like to see? Sorry? Okay, yeah. And then, so when we actually curate the newcomers on Hive, it feels empowering to them. It feels like, oh, I'm finally being seen. I'm here. I'm part of the community, and I feel that sense of belonging. That's what I heard, and that's how also my story goes. Like a long way, like almost 8 years ago, I first created by Curry. And then it felt like, oh my God, that's amazing. I was sharing about a project I did back in the day, and then I got like massive upvote, and then I feel like, oh my God, I have to pay it forward to someone who will, who's new, who's trying to figure things out, and they don't know anything yet. And then, is it like subjective or objective? Like, because when we talk about content, again, back to individual curation, it's more like our own taste. So what we like, who we know, who we came across, or like, even if it's simple, just like 10 words, but then it resonates with you. Maybe it's about the food you like. Maybe it's about the drinks you like. And then you just, click upvote or likes, and that's how it is. But with group curation, it depends on which group you are. There are so many curation group on Hive. Even we can form our own group, and we set certain, rules, a set of rules. Like this should be this, like this should be this. The content should be like, let's say maybe they are undervalued authors, or maybe they're like under rep 50 or something like that. Like that was back in the day, something like that. So. And when it comes to, objectivity, it's also, that ties back to that, depending on the curation group that you're on. And how does it ties to community? Oh, sorry, my presentation is all over the place. I forgot to actually make it 16 and 9, I think. Actually, these are all the communities I currently manage, and there's a Hive Book Club, obviously. There's Movies on Hive, created by Namik. It's for any one of you who likes to watch a movie and want to tell everyone, oh, this movie is great. I want to write about it, and everyone should watch this movie. Or Hive Pets. Do any of you here have cats or have dogs or any type of pets? Okay, say ooh, something like that. Awesome. So I heard quite a bit. I have 13 cats, by the way. 13. So it starts with 1 and then grows to 13. Lord knows. And then I also manage Brewville, which is like a new community I manage just because I love coffee and I want to have a space where I can talk about, so what's the actual temperature to brew? What's the temperature to actually make this certain coffee great or taste great? And also, if you like going to cafes, like so many people in Indonesia, they can also come to that community and talk about it. And then, So I want to talk a bit about the idea of Hive Book Club. This is about connecting the online world to the offline world, like outside the chain. So actually, at the moment, taking this screenshot, we have around 5,265 subscribers. It's been our 4th anniversary. I never imagined that reading is still a thing out there. I mean, I heard that nobody reads these days. And then we have, it's poor that we only have 125 active users, but quite a bit of good interaction. And also, yeah, the reward perhaps should be blocked out. But we actually, my family and I run this offline, a physical location, a private library where it's funded, partly by the government. And it's almost like a space where everyone can find any type of literature. So if they're students, they can come in the place and find the book that they need. And if they're a researcher, they can also find the book that they need. And it's also free. We are trying to expand into one more location, but still, since I'm still here, I have put that in my back burner. So this is my idea. In the future, I want to learn how to connect this physical location as a gateway to introduce people to Hive. And I want to do that because, look, yeah, there's something beyond the app phones, and there's something beyond the screen, just like all of us today. So this was like my first event in January. And I was very surprised that we gathered a lot of people who are interested. And then there's a lot of things, they asked me about what is Hive and how it works. And, eventually, some of them stayed, some of them don't. Sorry. Some of them say, some of them don't. But, yeah. Okay, so this is my last message. It's empower. So we have to feel belonging first, and then we try to create something, and then we try to empower others too, so that they stay, so that they thrive and try others, and then that's it. And we should be here for many years to come. Actually, this should be thank you. I have 7 minutes left, but I feel like 20 minutes isn't going to be enough to explain how long I've been on Hive and all the experiences I've, had in Hive. I had so many amazing and life-changing experience. I was just, 20 years old kid. Now I'm 28. I like to talk about that. It's been 8 years, and I grew as a person, for the better or for the worse, I don't know. But thank you so much for this amazing opportunity. Thank you for, Splinterline for sponsoring me. And yeah, thank you once again.